Hey everyone, today we're going to go through the process of showing everyone how to research and find the best category for your Google My Business listing. As you might have heard, or if you haven't heard, one of the most important things of the Google My Business listing is the category that you select for your business listing. If you're doing it from scratch, then obviously you want to make sure that you're picking the most appropriate and optimized category right from the get-go. If you are, you already have a listing and you're looking to make sure that you have the right category selected, this is also important. So one thing we want to do, obviously the first step is to understand, what search keywords or queries people would be inputting to find a business like yours, hopefully where your business pops up in the local pack. So one thing we want to do first is just understand, what type of business you are and what your business is, as well as, what type of services that they provide. So you can use a keyword tool, like for instance, we're using Ahrefs here. You can also use the Google Keyword Planner. Very similar process where you just try to find keywords that have, good volume. A tool like this is not really going to give you too much localized data unless you actually put in a location modifier after the actual keyword terms themselves. But you could also do it as a general and just assume that it should carry out throughout the local areas, or you could actually put in a modifier, but you just might get limited data on a bigger tool like this. So what we're going to do here as an example is using air conditioning, which in where we are in Florida is quite popular. So I just put in a general keyword as air conditioning, you can see. And then from air conditioning, you can kind of get matching terms, and we can go in here. And this is just to really, give us a starting point, I would say. And this is the most important thing. So you can see terms like air conditioning repair, air conditioning service. So we could take one of these and we can copy this, and then we can go over to Google. And essentially when you have the keyword that you want to use, you can go to Google and you can search for air conditioning repair. And obviously some of the local ones will kind of pop up. You can see for this, air conditioning repair is one of the categories that Google actually has on the Google local ads. So you're also going to get these up here. Also another area that you can think about potentially, if you don't show up in the local pack down here, you may potentially, want to put some money into showing up and investing into the Google local ads, which also bring up more there. So we are I'm doing this video from the Cape Coral area, excuse me. So you can see that these, the local pack, as well as if we view more of these, are all going to be within that Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. Because there is quite a few around here. The majority of these are in the Cape Coral area, or at least that's what the location for the business has been stated. You can see some Fort Myers, etc., but mostly in the Cape Coral area. So in order to do this, you want to make sure that, these are the businesses that are, take out this one, because these are paid, but the organic local map listings will start from here. And you can click on this and you can see kind of their basic profile. And then what you want to do from here is almost, not almost, but it is, it's competitor research, but it's specifically for Google My Business map listings. And what you want to do, we use a tool called, let me pull it up really quick. We use a tool called GMB Spy. Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. GMB Spy will essentially, you can pull up any one of these map results, and it will tell you that the categories that business has listed within the Google My Business listing. So you can essentially click on every single one of these. You can see for GP Plumbing and Air Conditioning Corporation, using the GMB Spy, which is a great program. It's very easy. You don't have to go into the source code data or anything else. It will tell you which ones of these are actually listed. So when we go through this process, we essentially look the most popular keywords and the most relevant keywords for your business. We'll input those into Google, step one. You do a search, and the search will come up with obviously the map results. So you want to go to the map results and then look at the organic listings. These are the businesses. If this is your most important keyword or the one that you think is the most critical to your business, air conditioning repair, for instance, these are what you want to look at. So these are, top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listings for air conditioning repair in this area. Yours will be obviously different because you'll be in a different area. But you'll want to look at these and you'll want to copy these down, right? So GP plumbing and air conditioning, I would start a Excel worksheet with the company name and then the categories. So you can list those company name as one row, and then across the top you can do the categories that the business has listed for their GMB listing, and then go to the next one. So tarp and air conditioning, which is right down the road from us. And you can do the same thing again. So the GMB Spy is a Chrome extension, so you can just go and install that, and it's nice and easy because you can see you can just copy these to the clipboard, or you could just copy and paste the entire thing into the Excel or Google Sheets worksheet, and then you can copy it and put it in there. And then what you have at the end is essentially a list of your top 5 competitors for the 1 or 2 or 3 keywords that are most relevant and important to your business. And you'll go through this and do that for each one of them, and then you'll start to see a trends, like which one is every one of these top 3 companies using. So if we look at this a little bit more detailed, GP Plumbing and Air Conditioning Corporation, air conditioning repair service, which matches up really well with air conditioning repair. So this one's actually nice and neat. Air conditioning contractor, heating contractor, and HVAC. If we go down to the next one, it's tarp and air conditioning. And we're going to click on those. So HVAC contractor, air conditioning contractor, air conditioning repair service, and these guys also do, washer and dryer repair service. And if we click on the next one, you're going to do the same thing. Air conditioning contractor again, and heating contractor. So some of these will vary depending on your company. Obviously, if you're not doing heating repair, or like one of them said, washer and dryer repair, obviously you don't want to put that in there. So you want to make sure that it is actually a service that's your company is doing and is very relevant to you. But you'll start to see a trend with a lot of these, again, air conditioning contractors. So this seems to be, a very popular one. If you go through the top 5 of them, you'll start to see a trend with which ones they're using. Again, air conditioning repair service, air conditioning contractor, air compressor repair services, something a little bit different. And you want to make sure that you're picking ones that are very appropriate to your business, but these should give you a pretty good indication. The companies that are actually ranking well in the local maps listings, these are what they're using. So these are a pretty good indication of what you should be using, and obviously you want to kind of mold it specifically to the main purpose of your company, the main service that you offer, the type of service that you offer. Again, air conditioning repair service and air conditioning contractor seem to be the most important ones here, and pretty consistent throughout the top 5 or 6 results. If you wanted to go back and actually do the same thing for air conditioning service, which is a very similar keyword, so service and repair could be different, it could be similar. So we'll put that one in as well. And if you're already in the map view, you can actually just pull these up right away. And you'll actually see, as you look at this, GP Plumbing and Air Conditioning Corporation and Tarpon Air Conditioning, and Coral Air Conditioning as well, they were also in the top 5 for the other keywords. So if you look at these again, they should be the same. Air conditioning repair service, air conditioning contractor. Look at Tarpon again, which is the one that had the washer and dryer, which was a little out there, but air conditioning contractor, air conditioning repair service, and then HVAC contractor. So this is a pretty good way. I would make, as I said, an Excel or Google Sheets worksheet where you can just essentially copy the top 3 to 5 companies for each one of your major focus keywords. And then using a tool such as GMB Spy, or if you want to go into the source code, you can do it as well. Essentially gathering what the categories that those businesses chose are. And then you can look at it and see the common ones, the most important ones, that the businesses that are actually ranking at the top. It's really just an analysis of the businesses that you are competing with for the same terms, the most important terms that you're looking to achieve. And then you essentially want to make sure that you're picking, the top ones that make the most sense. And again, make sure that they are relevant to your business. If it's a specific service, make sure it's a service that you actually offer. You don't want to come up for heating repair if you only do ACs, for instance, or you don't want to come up for washer and dryer repair if you don't do that at all. So make sure that it is relevant. It will just add, a little bit more relevancy to your listing, number one, and number two, the leads will be of a higher quality. So that is it. That's it for this one. Go through this kind of, as I said before, if you have a new listing that you're just setting up, this is very helpful because it always makes the most sense to do it right from the first place. If you have a listing that you're a little curious, maybe you think you have the right category listed, but maybe you just want to check and see how you kind of stack up or compare with what your competitors that are ranking well on the maps are. Also a great thing. So make sure you check out the rest of our articles and helpful videos on keyword research and local search and everything else. And in order to make sure that you're always getting the latest videos and articles, make sure that you do sign up for our blog. We do a nice newsletter to kind of give you guys a heads up of the new articles going out. As well as free courses and other helpful video series and things like that. So stick around, and hopefully this was helpful, and we'll come up with plenty more. Okay, thanks.